High Commissioner, Viscount Delisle, Chairman and members of the Freedom Association. It's a very great pleasure being with you here this evening, High Commissioner, and if I may make a brief digression, a week ago I was speaking in Montreal and I took time out to pay tribute to the Canadians, and I would like to take time out to pay tribute in the same vein to the great Dominion of Australia, because had it not been for the incredible instantaneous reaction of the dominions of the Crown in September 1939, when Britain and France declared war against Nazi Germany, and there was no way we could force the Aussies or the Canadians or the Kiwis or the South Africans to join us. Totally spontaneously, they declared war on our side. And had it not been for that, even with all my grandfather's bravado and rhetoric, I think our situation would have been far, far more perilous in those critical summer months of 1940, when the fate not just of Britain, but of Europe and the world was being decided. So, thank you. Philip, you've shown yourself to be a worthy son of your incomparable father, whom I had the privilege to know over many, many years. He was, among other things, the founder, chairman of the Winston Churchill Memorial Trust, and he held that position until his death. My grandfather was once asked, what is the greatest of all human qualities? And instantly he replied, courage. For without courage, all others fail. And William Philip Sidney, 6th Baron Delisle and Dudley, VC, KG, had that in spades. And indeed, he is, I believe, only one of two individuals who has ever combined the highest award for gallantry with the highest award for chivalry. And his character was made up of those two great qualities. He was a wonderful and lovely man, full of fun and full of charm, but that is as nothing to his courage, which was displayed so admirably when he defended the Anzio beachhead. And I was frightened, Philip, that you might be stealing my thunder. But I think on this occasion, it is well to recall the citation. Major Sidney led an attack that was successful in driving out the enemy from a gully during the period 7th and 8th of February 1944, after they penetrated into the Wadi, southwest of Caracato Ridge. Along with a crew of a 3-inch mortar, he personally led an attack using a Tommy gun and hand grenades, driving them out of the gully. With the mortar attack continually firing, he and a handful of men positioned themselves on the gully's edge in order to stave off the enemy, who were now attacking in some strength. The majority of Germans were kept at bay, but a number of them managed to get into a ditch 20 yards from Major Sidney's position. He attacked with his Tommy gun in full view of the enemy, engaging them at point-blank range and forcing them to withdraw, leaving behind several dead. On returning to the gully's edge, he ordered all others, apart from 2 Grenadier Guardsmen, to retreat to collect more ammunition. In their absence, they were attacked again, and Major Sidney was struck in the face by a grenade, which bounced off and exploded. One of the guardsmen was killed, whilst he and the other guardsman were both wounded. Single-handed and with a thigh wound, Major Sidney held back the enemy for 5 minutes until their ammunition arrived, when they again forced back the enemy. The Major, weak from loss of blood, was not able to be removed until darkness fell, owing to the closeness of the enemy. What a wonderful and proud citation. That is the man whose centenary we honor tonight. Now, it is no surprise to me that my grandfather, who was so admiring of courage, should have appointed him in his post-war administration as Secretary of State for Air. And it was while he was out there visiting the Woomera rocket range that he met and made firm friends with Prime Minister Bob Menzies, who was the one who requested that Bill Delisle be appointed Governor General of Australia, the last Englishman to be so appointed. And the other side of his life in the post-war years was the Freedom Association, which was his baby. In 1976, I think it was, he and Ross and Norris McWhirter got together over lunch at Penshurst, and very soon after, the Freedom Association came into being. And if I wasn't one of the founder members, I was very close to being one of the founder members, and I'm proud to have been associated with this organization for more than 30 years.